Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Bonjour, Jeff. Comment here. My name is Marie Woodson, as the chairwoman said, and I represent District 105 in South Broward County. But most of all, I am also a member of the Executive Committee of NHAEON and the chairwoman of the conference. However, I want you to give the chair of NHAEON a round of applause, but Mayor Mary Irvin Estime, who worked so hard, believe me, to put a conference of this magnitude together. It takes a lot of work. And she has done a fantastic job raising money for this conference. It takes a lot of money, yes. It takes a lot of money to put the conference together, so we are grateful and thankful for what you have done in collaboration with the mayor, the former mayor of North Miami, the one and only Andre Pierre. Andre, I call Andre Tilanding because Andre, I'm telling you, you don't see him, he's working behind the scene to really elevate NHAEON and to help us out in the process. And also, he's going to introduce the panel, but I have to say, we are so blessed to have 4 Haitian mayors in NHAEON. 4 Haitian mayors. And all 4 of them were supposed to be here, but 2 of them called and they cannot make it today. So Mayor Andre Pierre is going to introduce my 2 brothers at the table because we all are brothers and sisters. All Haitian, non-Haitian, we are brothers and sisters because we are elected. Also, I see so many of you are elected in the room. Just stand up for 1 minute, all the elected. Just stand up. Just stand up for a minute. Yes, I see my brother also in the back who just got elected in the state legislature. Representative Aristide, he's in the back. So thank you. And of course, we sit, all right, you'll give me a minute, right? My dear sister, Commissioner Marlene Bastier, the one and only Marlene Bastier, thank you for being here. I know it's early, but and the vice mayor, the city clerk of North Miami, Vanessa Joseph, thank you also. Thank you to all of you. In our own council vice mayor now, Christine Ellis, she's a sister in the fight. Thank you also for being here. We really appreciate every single one of you. But I have to get this person even if he's not elected. That's my brother, Jeff Lozama. He is a beacon in this community as well. Jeff, we know what you're doing, and we appreciate every single one of you. I don't want to miss anybody. My job was not to call y'all. And if I say Jeff, I have to say Marjorie Lozama. How about that? How about that? Marjorie, my sister Marjorie. So thank you for being the right hand of Jeff. And my brother sitting in the back with his wife, Donnie Felix, the vice mayor of Palm Bay. Thank you so much, Vice Mayor, for being here as well, and your wife. All right, this is a panel for mayors. I'm not going to take any more time, but thank you so much for being here. We love you, and we hope you enjoy the conference. We have a team of people who put this conference together. Vice Mayor, we will introduce them later, and we will thank them later. So thank you to every one of you for being here. And now, put your hands together for the one and only Mayor Andre Pierre, the Tina Ding of the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Woodson, for this wonderful introduction. So let's give a round of applause to the conference chair, Dr. Woodson, and of course our chairwoman, Mary Estime Irving. It is, of course, a distinct honor for me to be among you celebrating the National Haitian American Elected Officials Network 16th Annual Leadership Summit. From hope to action, amplifying Haitian American voices. As the mayor for one of the 10 best cities in America, I am especially grateful to be part of this conference and to have this opportunity to moderate this excellent panel of extraordinary Haitian mayors. I want to thank you again, Vice Mayor, Madam Chair, for this opportunity. Again, this panel has a lot in its jacket. Let me invite someone who has claimed that she is a Haitian mayor. So I'm going to ask her to be part of this panel. And let's put your hands together for the Haitian mayor, Danielle Livincava. Bring her forward, please. Mayor, have a seat. Yes, come up here. Yes. Huh? From have it too. Yeah, okay. So, let me introduce to you the mayors, okay? Mayor Michael Joseph has a population of 42,789,000 residents in his city with a millage rate of 6.1 and a debt service of 0.44. Michael Joseph is an attorney and the mayor for the great city of North Miami Beach. He has a degree in business administration from International University and a JD from St. Thomas University. Mayor Joseph is a practicing attorney as a partner with the law firm of Galbert, Walters, and Associates, specializing in civil rights and land use. Mayor Joseph made history by becoming the city's first black and millennial mayor. Let's give him a round of applause. And he's been serving the city of Great North Miami Beach since 2018. He's a hard worker. And he involved his community. He continued to lead with integrity and transparency. As an elected official, throughout his private practice, he has remained steadfast to his service to his community. Mayor Michael Joseph is married. He has 2 kids and still resides in the west side of North Miami Beach with his children and his wife. Give him a round of applause. In the middle, my mayor, Mayor Alex Desulman. Give him a round of applause. Mayor, 59,000 residents, which is what is better known as Entitlement City. Mayor Alex Desulme is a visionary leader, educator, and advocate whose lifelong dedication to public service continues to shape the future of North Miami. Elected to serve another term on December 3rd, Mayor Desulme is driven by a steadfast commitment to improving the lives of residents in North Miami. In 2009, Mayor Desulme became North Miami's first black city clerk and the youngest Haitian American to hold such a position in the United States of America. Give him a round of applause. His leadership continued in 2015 when he was elected to the North Miami City Council to represent District 4. Mayor Desulme has championed innovative programs that enrich the lives of North Miami residents. His creation of the Golden Silver Senior Program provided critical support and resources to the city's senior population. Passionate about preparing the next generation, Mayor Desulme founded the NOMI Leaders in Training Program, better known as LIT, to inspire and equip future public servants. Mayor Desulme has continued to lead with compassion, vision, and an unwavering focus on progress. Mayor Desulme is known in North Miami as the people's mayor. Let's give him a round of applause. Now, earlier during this week, we were celebrating the retirement of U.S. Attorney Mark Kenzie Lapointe. And Mayor Livin Kava came up and she said that she's, a Haitian mayor. So, without further ado, Mayor Livin Kava has been serving as your mayor for the last 4 years and re-elected unopposed, right? Or a few candidates was there, okay? And Mayor Livin Kava was a community activist prior becoming the first woman mayor for Miami-Dade County, Florida. Give them a round of applause. We are gonna dive right into it, right? We got 7 issues that we are going to discuss today. Yes. Okay, no problem. So we are going to cover 7 issues in this panel. Then from there, we're going to take questions from you, okay? And these 7 issues are being outlined, and Mayor Livin Kava would like to address you based on these issues that are outlined for you this morning. Mayor Livin Kava, let's give her a round of applause.
Okay. Well, good morning, bonjour. Bonjour tout le monde. I'm really proud to stand before you as magistra, or magis, as I've learned. Right? I'm learning the slang too, or the abbreviations. But anyway, it is really an honor to be here, and I'm so, so proud of this organization. I believe that I'm not officially Haitian American, but it is in my heart, so I do claim it, and I'm grateful for the incredible leadership. We lead the nation here with our Haitian American community, and looking right down upon my dear friend and colleague, friend for more than 40 years, now our Commissioner Marlene Bastien, I can say we've achieved really great heights, and to our Representative Marie Woodson, and our clerk, Vanessa Joseph, among the many other electeds who have achieved greatness here. It's not just about elected office, it's about service. And our Haitian American community has been at the forefront of great community service, and we're so, so blessed and fortunate. I did not know I was going to be introduced as a Haitian American mayor. I am on, watch out folks, I am on the WhatsApp chat with NHAEON, so I do see a lot of the activities and am supportive every way that I can be, and have certainly been an advocate for the issues that you champion, as well as a vocal spokesperson with the Biden administration about so many of these issues. I know we're all making our way through the changes at the national level. We're strong. We will stay together, we will be strong. And I believe that this organization not only stands strong for our Haitian American community, but for the rights of all of our people to let people know that we're here for them, and we will stand up for them. I don't know what the 7 things were. I wasn't here, so I'm looking. Here they are, right in front of me. So I'm grateful to have a brief moment. And to Marie Estime Irvin, Vice Mayor of North Miami, Chairwoman of this network, thank you for extending me the invitation to be with all of you here today. So before I look at these 7 things, and I'm sure I support you 100%, I am the first woman mayor of Miami-Dade County, and now, thank you, and now the second woman mayor of Miami-Dade County, also the first Jewish mayor of Miami-Dade County. You know, and we're all in this together, right? We are. That's who we are. We're a nation that was built on diversity. And what people have said, and I embrace, is we're not just diverse, we're inclusive. That's our special sauce. That is our special sauce. So your work here is a reflection of your resilience, your determination, your hard work, your stewardship, your cultural and civic leadership. As I say, not just your elected leadership, but as elected leaders, you have been a very, very powerful voice, and I know will continue. So if I can continue to be an honorary member, I'm very, very grateful. I'm reminded that it was 50 years ago that we had the first diaspora to these shores. Am I right? About 50 years. And look at us now. Incredible. It is truly incredible. And unfortunately, look at the challenges that are greater than ever. And so it is truly the diaspora community that is a critical voice, not just here at home, but in Haiti. And the challenges are just so devastating. And I know everyone has been touched by the terrible violence, and I know the advocacy is not just for what happens here, but what happens there. So, as mayor, I'm deeply committed to the community, not just as a human being, and Commissioner Bastien and I have been together for the 43 years now that I've lived here. I think I'm up to 44. Okay. We've known each other from the beginning through working with Father Jean Jus, working with some of the great attorneys, Ira Kurzban and others. We got to know each other, and you know, it was, I would have to say this, she had me at hello. So it's been a beautiful partnership, and we've walked the walk, not just talked the talk. We've been to Washington, to Tallahassee, we've been on the marches, and we will continue. We will continue, that I can assure you. We also have partnered in my administration with the Haitian Chamber of Commerce. We opened a business incubator together. Through our Strive 305 program, we've elevated our small business Haitian American community as well. The theme of Hope to Action is truly a Haitian American story. That is what is reflected in everything that you have done. Overcoming unimaginable obstacles to achieve these great political, economic, and social heights. I'd like to introduce some of my colleagues in the room today. I have our Deputy Chief of Staff, Cassandra Arnold. Where is Cassandra? There she is. I have my new, what we call body person, Jessica Saint-Jean. There's Jessica. We have, I saw Anthony Bonami, who's our small business manager. Where is Anthony? Okay, you might recognize all those as Haitian names, sounding names, right? Just saying. That's not why we hired them, but they're the best. And most recently joined by Manny Sid, former Mayor Manny Sid, who is now our senior advisor for small business, and I'm so happy that he could be here with us as well. So, you know, I was only meant to give opening remarks, but I think I'll leave it at that. I stand strong with you. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mayor. Let's give her a round of applause again. And thank you, thank you. I'm going to take a special privilege to let you guys know that you are in the city of Adventure, Adventure, which is better known as the city of Aventura, with 37,000 residents. And the great mayor for the city of Aventura is here with us. He got reelected unopposed 2 years ago. Howard Feinberg. Please stand up and be recognized, Howard. And Howard is also a lawyer, so don't hold that against him, okay? So let's dive right into it. As all of you know that are in the state of Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis is proposing to make it a crime for law enforcement officers and elected officials like Marlene Bastien, Mackenzie Fleury-Moore, Mayor Dezulme, Mayor Michael Joseph, to fail to fully cooperate with state and federal immigration directives. I have posted several articles on WOVA. The special session begins on Monday. I think State Representative Wallace is going to be there. State Representative Woodson is going to be there during the special session. My question to you, mayors, both of you could address that. Are you willing to go to jail and have a felony conviction in your record for failure to enforce immigration law in your city if this law passes?
Well, let's start with good morning, everyone. Before we go to jail, let's just put that out there. You know, Mayor Pierre, it's truly an honor to be here with my brother and panel, Michael Joseph of the great city of North Miami Beach, and of course our beloved mayor of our county, as we know, and my friend Howard here from the city of Aventura. So indeed, it's a pleasure to be here. Absolutely. We put our hands on the Bible. We knew what we were set for as public servant. But however, the Black Mayors, which is an organization, as we start this conversation, when I first became mayor, the first person I sat and had a meeting with was Andre. And because I knew his time in office while we were in North Miami, all of the visionary and progressive ideas that he had. So I had to make sure that I was getting this idea. And one of the first things that he said to me, he says, Mr. Mayor, you have to join all of these organizations that connect you as mayors. And one of the first one is the African American Mayors Association, which is AMA. So I have been a member of AMA, and we have these organizations which I've, Mayor Bourgeois, who could not be here with us, this morning, but I have taken the responsibility of guiding him as a mayor. So we work very, very well together. Now we have Michael added to the group. So we at the U.S. Conference of Mayors, we at the Black Mayors, of, which is AMA, and recently they just appointed me as the chair of the Migration and Resettlement Committee, which is directly dealing with Trump. So we have over 500 black mayors in the U.S., and part of my job and part of our committee is to make sure that they are aware, they know all of the safeguards, they know all of the laws and everything that's happening. Yes, we do have Trump 2.0 that is coming. It's going to be very, very much more organized than the previous year. I was a council member when he was in office back then. It was a little different because, now he has folks who knows what they are doing. You see what's happening with the birthright citizenship. Many states already filing lawsuits. So we are ready. We're gonna organize. We're gonna make sure we have a hub where mayors could come and get the information with the right folks. We have enough folks on staff that's trickling down and going through these policies to make sure that mayors do know their rights, and we do know what we can and can't do, and we are looking forward to, I guess, work with this administration.
Thank you. I have a similar.
Going to jail, that's the question.
You kind of answered the question, but I just wanted to add to that point that a lot of, a couple of days ago, actually yesterday, I got a call from a resident, and she called me and said that, Mayor Joseph, can I talk to you about an issue? I have a family member that has only been here for 6 months, and what's going on. That's we're trying to figure out what we can do. Do you know anybody that you can refer us to? That I've lived in North Miami Beach for a long time. I've been elected official for 2018. I've never heard that type of fear from a resident like that before. I've never felt that before, and I've heard people say, "Hey, we're trying to work out our TPS issues, or can you help us in that regard?" But they hear that from someone she was mentioning someone from Ecuador. Like, this is my family member from Ecuador, and we're concerned that somebody can just come in and just snatch this family member away. So, but I also want to make clear, a lot of the laws that are going to be utilized currently for this has always been here. Like, what's being utilized by Trump is something that has been here, and they're just more vocal about it. Obama deported more people than other presidents before him. Let's be honest, that's just the truth. But Trump is just very, very vocal about it, and he's made the position saying, like, I'm going to actually do what I say I'm going to do. So as mayors, we're like on the front lines. What's that old adage? All politics is local, and a lot of people think we have a lot more power than we do. We do have a commission. We do have a council that we always have to work in line with or whatever. But it's going to be hard to navigate through this new normal with this type of administration coming forward, because the fear is already coming down. It's scary, and I'm afraid that there might be a little apathy as opposed to empathy. But our positions are one of the main responsibilities as an elected official, and especially as a mayor, is to be a sounding board and to be someone that people see as a perceived figurehead of the city. So we get a lot of these calls. I'm getting those calls. I used to get them when I was a commissioner, but I get them a lot more now. And so we just have to be able to educate, let them know what resources are out there for them, connect them with nonprofits that are out there. We got Catholic Charities. We've got a whole litany of other groups out there that are willing to put the fight along with us in protecting our residents. But a lot people are afraid, as they should, because they're not playing around anymore, and they're not being quiet. They're going to be very vocal because they believe they have a mandate to do what they're doing. It's not really true if you look at the numbers, but that's what they're going to do. So those are my thoughts.
Mayors, the second issue I see in your cities, similar numbers for both cities. You have 40% violent crime reductions, 13% total crime reduction, and I think you had a 0 homicide. However, in the county, one of the wealthiest cities in South Florida is Miami Beach. Can you believe that more than 40% of the people that were arrested in 2024, more than 40% were homeless? How do you address that issue for your city?
Well, first and foremost, we want to say kudos to our law enforcement and to our chief that was here earlier, Charisse Gaz. She's the first and the only Haitian-American chief in the entire nation. And on that note, North Miami would not, by the way, going back to the immigration before we get to the local issues, we will not participate in any raid. I've made it very clear to the chief that the administration is doing. We cannot, as mayors, we cannot instruct whatever that they are doing. That's their plan. And we're going to educate the communities because we know that they're going to go to churches and schools. So all that going to work out itself. But us as a city, as a government, we hands off. They could do whatever they need to do, and we'll do what we do to protect our residents in the right way. So, we are working with mayors from across the country to let them know, their rules and stuff. But going back to Miami Beach, we want to say we pride ourselves in North Miami. Our crime rates, we've always been lucky. I would say that we never had an issue with crime, especially with our surrounding cities where the chief, when I meet with them on a monthly basis, they will, give me the stats on around the unincorporated areas. And for whatever reasons, we've been pretty lucky for the past couple of decades. We have not, even when you were mayor going up, and the crime rate has been going down and down and down. In reference to what's happening in the numbers that you've shown in Miami Beach, we are lucky again. We don't have that issue because of our partnership with the Homeless Trust. North Miami is one of the cities that's very uniquely, we got together with the Children's Trust, with the county as well. So we have what we call Casamia in our city, which is a facility run by the Homeless Trust. So we really don't have a homeless issue in North Miami because of the partnership that we have with the Homeless Trust. We do have people who refuse to go to either, the county shelter or Casamia, which is a different issue. But our arrest records are not, in terms of that, that's something that I'm going to be talking to the folks in Miami Beach about. I did see it, and I started the conversation with the commissioner just to see what is there, that if there's anything that we could do to help out, because it's becoming a little issue when we see the numbers.
Same question for me, Mr. Mayor.
In 2024, Miami Beach.
Oh, no, I just want to know if that's the same question.
That's the same question for you.
So Mayor DeSume's point, we do partner up with not-for-profits, especially county boards, the Homeless Trust. But the cascading issue that we have is affordability. So we have a lot of people that are like on the borderline of possibly being homeless that we're trying to assist. And one way we're doing is having these home improvement programs so they won't have to lose their homes because they can't afford to fix them up or to survive in their homes. So just like North Miami has those programs, we're starting up more now. We have mortgage assistance. We have all these programs because of ARPA that we're able to utilize. But those things are kind of dwindling, so we have to be a little bit more nimble. We don't have a homeless type of crisis to the degree of what's going on in Miami Beach, because I think it's more, Miami Beach is more of a transient locale. A lot of people travel down there, a lot of them stay down there, and they can't able to travel out. So that's one of the reasons that we don't have that type of intensity, but we do have people on the borderline of losing homes and just trying to, instead of trying to survive with the current conditions that they have, that we're trying to still assist through the programs, municipal programs, mortgage assistance, rental assistance, home improvements, so they can alleviate some of the costs of the affordability part of that aspect.
Thank you, mayors. As mayor, would you support and advance the two key lens: city priority strategic, resilient, equity, diversity, inclusion, and justice? Is this something you would support?
Well, Mayor, you see what's happening. Obviously, yes, it is something that we support, but is it something that we would support as legislation? I think what's happening with Trump 2.0, we got to be strategic and we got to be very focused. We know what they are saying and what they are putting out publicly. They dismantle every DEI program starting yesterday, websites, everything from all of the departments and everything. So as a city, we're going to have to be very careful in terms of what programs we would support that would not affect federal funding. So the reality is it's real. So I can't say if the federal government or the government is saying there's no DEI and I'm out there saying there's DEI, those are the strategic things that we're going to do. Obviously, we're not going to violate our values, but we're definitely going to be strategic and be smart. We're not going to be focusing and say, hey, we are a DEI city, we are entitlement city, and we are an entitlement city, as you know. So there are some things that he could do as a mayor that would not affect him, on the federal level because he doesn't get direct federal funding. But we gotta be strategic. We're gonna fight, but we gotta pick our fight in our battles. So strategically, that's something that we will have to wait and see what's going on and how it's going to trickle down to us.
Well, look, I think diversity is always important. We hopefully will be reaching that 50,000 threshold so we can be an entitlement city. But to Mayor DeSume's point, it's all about being strategic. Depending on how the policies come about from the federal government, we have to apply. First and foremost, we got to look out for our residents in that sense, and getting those resources down. Now, of course, we can't go against our own values. I mean, certain things I won't stand for, but I'm just one member of the commission. I have to be able to convince the rest of the commissioners as a group to either go one way or another, but I always feel that diversity is always been important. I'm an example of diversity in its best form, so I'm always be a champion of that, but it's convincing my commissioners and the residents as a whole saying that this is the best way of moving forward, and I believe that it's there, to be quite frank. So that's how I'd answer it.
Last year, Governor DeSantis signed a bill into law which is Live Local. And not only that, he signed that into law, but he put close to $1 billion into that program. He's taking credit. He said that he's building more affordable housing in the state of Florida than any other cities in the state. We see that a lot of housing are being built in Miami-Dade County, in certain cities. But we have not seen the affordability part of it. How do you address that in your city? Or are you going to let the governor take all the credit for building affordable housing?
Well, when it comes to affordable housing and affordability, that's a very, very good question, but I think there's two questions into one. The first one, to tackle DeSantis' Live Local Act, we as local government, we don't really fully know the full impact of it. Obviously, we don't support it as local government because of the preemptions that it is. There is some good clause within the legislation that I think a lot of us, mayors and council folks, we would appreciate the decision making. Sometime that goes directly, that kind of pass us and goes directly instead of us having the residents coming in and fuss at us. So that part we like, but it's the part, the way they went out at the legislation where we don't have any say and they could do anything they want into our city. I don't think there's no local government who likes that aspects of that. To answer the question regarding affordability with affordable housing, I think North Miami has been one of the leading cities, and we want to say thank you to our county partner. We see Commissioner Marlene Bastien in the audience with us, but we really has been one of the few cities out of the 34 cities in Miami-Dade County who has answered that question, I think, ahead of what we saw coming. And I don't think we did it because we saw what was coming. We just happened to get lucky. We got with developers a couple years ago, and we started making strategic deals, making investment that, hey, we understand the market value, and we understand the other issues that we have. When we talk about the annual median income, which is a problem that really, really focused when you think about affordable housing. The main issue is the county AMI, which is your annual median. The annual median income is based on everybody who lives in that city. So they'll take everybody's, I guess, money, and then they'll divide it, and then that will be your median income. The problem is, based on federal guidelines, cities has to use their county. So you have 34 cities, each one of them has their own AMI. And it's based on how rich your city is. Like Miami Beach is very, very wealthy, so their AMI might be way up there. The county collectively is about $75,000, $78,000, where as opposed to us in the city, we had 50-something thousand. In North Miami Beach, probably the same way. And we have to, whatever that we do, we have to go based on the county, not the city. So if you have an apartment that's $2,000, you got to remember you're going based off whatever the county is, not the city. So you won't get a $1,200 rental. So what we did do, we got with some developers, and with the help of Andre Pierre and other folks, we say to them, we have money because of our CRA. Let's talk to us. You are building in the city. Why don't you put aside some units? These units would really kind of feel like they are affordable. It could be, we have one development where it's 378 units, and we were able to put, I think, 38 units at an affordable rate at the AMI for the city. So now you will get someone who lives in North Miami who's not able to afford, could afford maybe $1,500 or $1,600. And even at that level, we still have problems because of the issues that we have in our Haitian American community. The income, these folks are folks who come here. They do not have, the degree. They're not nurses, they're not doctors, they're not making the six-figure salary, yet they have to subject to live based on where we are. So that's the real issue. So the affordable housing thing, that's out the window. We really got to find ways, teaming up with developers, and even that's not enough, to see what we could do to make the rent down low. And we have done that, where we got 38 units, and we have about 49 units for seniors that's coming next month, and we have other developments, so a total of almost 300 units that's going to be real affordable for North Miami.
We are in North Miami Beach. We kind of have the same issue. We're trying to get to, and you guys are fortunate the way North Miami was looking ahead of its time in that sense, because North Miami Beach has been some of behind the eight ball on affordability, because we were kind of like the last place for real development to come in the North Dade area. You had Aventura, who's busting at the seams. They're building right across the train tracks now. These massive developments. You got Solomia in North Miami, and we're sandwiched between those two cities. You got Sunny Isles, multiple developments there. So now we're behind the eight ball, and we have this pressure from developers to come in, and we're now in the process of really doing legislation to pretty much copy what you guys are doing, making sure there's certain units in there that are tied to affordable housing in that sense, not workforce housing, but tied to the AMI specifically to our city. Another big issue that's holding us back, and we're working to fix that, is our infrastructure issue. North Miami Beach has a septic to sewer problem that we have not been able to mitigate for a long, long time. Up close to 60 to 70% of our cities on septic, and that keeps a lot of the properties locked in from what they can do on their property. And we're in the process of creating our own septic to sewer program, similar to what they did in Coral Gables and other areas that were kind of behind the eight ball, but now they're moving forward. So that's how I feel that we're going to be able to build affordability, by increasing our infrastructure. One, that would help out our residents to build more on their property. Two, that would help out developers, because they need the sewers and the infrastructure upgrades so they can build even better and more quality type of developments. But those processes are just starting off now. I think with this new commission, we see the foresight. We see that a lot of people are coming to North Miami Beach. They just have to adhere to what we think our residents need, which is affordability, and make sure that we can get concessions from them, like the way you guys were able to do it in North Miami.
Thank you, Mayors. Let me recognize the former mayor of the city of North Miami, Dr. Smith Joseph. Who is he here? Thank you. And the vice mayor for the great city of North Miami, Mike Stereo. Thank you so much for being here. A question for you, mayors. How do you tackle high property taxes, and how does that affect your residents? And before you get into that, I need you to explain the millage rate. For example, Doral has a millage rate of 1.7. Doral has a millage rate of 1.7. Okay? Aventura, the city that we're in right now, has a millage rate of 1.72. I'm sorry. North Miami has a millage rate of 7.4. I'm sorry again. North Miami Beach has a 6.4. 6.1 plus a debt service of 0.4. Okay. So Aventura is at 1.7, Doral is at 1.7. So the people that live in North Miami and North Miami Beach are, close to 7. That's a lot of property taxes that you're paying. Mayors, can you address that? How do you tackle high property taxes that are affecting your residents?
'Cause I wanna make sure because from my understanding, North Miami Beach is supposed to be at 6.1. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, I get it. But I mean, we're not at the highest. I know that. Because for the last several years, we've been bringing our taxes lower and lower year to year. I think last year we kept it even when some cities went higher. We kept it stable. Because our property values went up substantially high, we had a lot more revenue than before. I don't know how that's going to be moving forward, but one way we've been able to make sure that these costs, or at least our taxes, remain low is just doing cost incentives into the programs that we have, reducing certain programs that have not been effective, and utilizing some of the ARPA money, but using it in a way that it creates long-standing type of like revenue streams. So, I mean, that's one way of really keeping the tax low, at least from North Miami Beach. But we've been, like I said, the trend is we've been trying to bring it down lower and lower and lower, and hopefully we'll have it bring it down to 6.0. But we're not the highest in the county. I know that for a fact. Our residents would kill us if we went even higher. So I just wanted to say that. I don't know what's going on in North Miami, but we're 6.1, and I'm very proud of that.
I know he's not throwing shades, right? No, but Mayor, that question, I don't even understand the premise of that question. How could you put Howard here, 1.6, and Doral? We are almost 100 years old. These are cities that just incorporated. That's what I was looking at. Doral was 903, Aventura 1995. You are looking at a city 1920, 23, 26, we were incorporated. So obviously the difference between those two cities, and these are wealthy cities. So when you incorporate, obviously, if you ask me to incorporate now, I would incorporate where our tax rate would be 0.01. You know, when you don't have that luxury, you are getting in. I think the tax rate when you were mayor was 7 something. We've been trying to trickle it down because and, you know, and I served with Mayor Smith, and I served with you too, but I was a clerk. But, you know, you have those big infrastructure. We have an older city, police department. Our police department take half of our budget, you know, in terms of what we do. So that's part of the things. We cannot compare, you know, those new cities versus a 100-year-old city, which doesn't have the same, the tax base is not the same in terms of, so we do need those type of revenue because that's what pays police and everything, the city moving forward.
All right, thank you, Mayor. The last issue, then from there I'm going to take a couple questions from the audience. Can you please tell us what are the issues that affect Can you please tell us what are the issues that are affecting Haitian American mayors and or elected officials throughout the United States? What are the issues that are affecting Haitian American mayors and or Haitian American elected officials throughout the United States?
Stop that. Absolutely, issues that affect, you know, we got Howard here, Mayor, you know, Weinberg from Aventura. Regular issues that affect other mayors. Affordable housing, transportation, obviously, you know, construction everywhere you go is an issue. And we served, I see Commissioner Bastien on the TPO together that kind of resolve these things. Crime, you know, making sure that the garbage is being picked up on time. The only thing that is different from us than a regular other mayor is the issue that Michael was talking about when it comes to immigration, because we serve kind of like a dual role as mayor, that because the issues that we get is a little bit closer to us. It's home. So when we know, and this has been part of the issue that we were experiencing with the Biden-Harris administration, because we are in Florida. And we really can't talk about, because DeSantis kind of want to say there's no immigrants here, there's nothing. So we've always been dealing with immigration issues, but we had to do it under the table. These are people that we know. Even when I was the chair of NHAEON, when Del Rio happened, and I went to Del Rio on behalf of the organization, but we had to be very strategic too. And we were telling people from then not to come to Florida. If you have family members anywhere else, New York, New Jersey, Boston Massachusetts was doing extremely well, go to these places, even other states. Do not come to Florida. However, we do know we had a lot that came here because of family issues. I had one family one Friday afternoon in my office. They just dropped the mother and the father, and the person left. They dropped it with a note for Mayor